Okay, so have you heard about the new Diddy lawsuit?
Nah, what's up?
Okay, so now this lawsuit is way worse than all the other ones. This guy who was a producer that was allegedly signed to Diddy or worked with Diddy on his last album and got a couple of Grammys for it, he's saying that Diddy had him around underage girls, that he tried to cover up a shooting with his son, that he got actually assaulted by Diddy and almost by Cuba Gooding Jr.,
Wow, so, I ain't heard of that.
So the entire thing has been ridiculous. Apparently, young Miami's cousin tried to assault him as well. So he had some videos. Diddy responded. The entire thing is coming out, but we're going to dive into the actual story. So according to TMZ, Diddy has just been sued by a man claiming the mogul actually assaulted him. In legal docs obtained by TMZ, Rodney Jones, a former producer and videographer for the mogul, claims he was repeatedly assaulted by Diddy and subject to unwanted advances by associates of Diddy at his direction. Jones claims that Diddy, among other things, would grope his genitals, touch his stuff, and also walk around naked in front of him. I don't know. That's a lot. That's a whole lot.
A lot.
That's a lot. So Jones believes that Diddy was allegedly trying to groom him into having, he says Diddy would downplay the alleged assault as horseplay. Jones goes on to allege that Diddy forced him to watch a video involving Stevie J and another man in the bed doing what I guess those types of guys do, and has also included a screen grab of that video in the lawsuit. But that's not where it stops, because young Miami got in trouble too. There are more allegations saying that a female cousin of Diddy's girlfriend, Young Miami, also assaulted him and attempted to have sex with him in front of Diddy and members of his staff. And there's more, because Jones says also Diddy brought prostitutes to his house in Miami. And he says, and on one occasion, Jones says that he was present at the house and was drugged and possibly even raped. So,
these are getting serious.
Now it gets worse, because he's also talking about Diddy having underage girls around, saying that he was having his son bring him around. And one time, one of the guys that was with him got shot because of an argument that Diddy was having with somebody. And, you know, Diddy tried to cover it up. There's a lot of allegations in this lawsuit. But I think the craziest, or one of the craziest, is him also saying that Diddy introduced him to Cuba Gooding Jr. on Diddy's yacht, and Cuba allegedly began touching, groping, and fondling Mr. Jones' legs, his upper inner thigh. This is my thing. How all these men do this to you, and we ain't had a fight yet?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to say he's lying, but like, seems like a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, I definitely would say so as well. I mean, especially like, how old were you when all of these were taking place?
This is over the last couple of years.
I mean, you're a grown man at this point. I mean, I would assume, you know, some things, you know, you would just nip in the bud, you know?
Well, so on top of that, a lot of this story is being put into question because, like, before this even happened, and I'm going to show the video, the producer was saying that Diddy's tried to steal his publishing, right? Now, I'm not saying the producer lied. When you watch the guy talk, he seems like not the kind of guy to lie about something. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. He looked like I have a genuine personality. Yeah. He made this video, and this is months before this lawsuit came out.
I mean, I'm a music producer who's a writer and musician. Different genres. I started in the gospel and jazz and on this album, but the truth is they're not playing fair. They hit me on below the belt on so many situations. Just dealing with this. It's the contract that they give me and the offer that they gave me was just disgusting. The producer fee, pennies, and on top of that, these guys are trying to steal my publishing. I can't go for that, so I'm fighting back. He's a fighter, but I'm going to put in this fight. I got to do it for myself, my rights, and most importantly, my kids. Taking my publishing or stealing it I'm not going to let that happen. Not going to let that happen. Again, this is one of those projects that took so much time on this album to finish the production on it, and make sure that this album came to, you know, a good
So he made this long video basically calling out Diddy, trying to steal his publishing, not paying him enough, him working 24 hours a day in like kind of a toxic environment. He came out with this GoFundMe asking for $50,000 and, you know what I'm saying, trying to pay his legal bills to fight Diddy, the billionaire. But see, this is the thing. When he had that conversation in that entire video, he don't bring up none of this. That is not a part of this conversation. So it's very strange. And then there's some more things that happen that makes it even a little bit harder to believe it. I'm not saying we don't believe him, but there's some things coming out that don't make a lot of sense. So, you know, they talked about that.
Hey, because I run shit.
He also dropped this video, which I guess is Diddy and another guy talking about him behind his back, I guess. I don't know. This is what he dropped.
I run shit.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Little Rod ain't worth giving this kingdom.
Lil Rod is the name of the producer.
Okay.
To if we don't control his publishing. I can solve his efforts with 3 other human beings. He's eating at our table, and I like his backstory, but you need to have other people. It's hard to work with him unless we have his pub. He's a piece of shit human, but we do not need his talent unless we can work with him.
Yeah.
Well, it does show that they wanted that nigga publishing.
Yes.
Like, goddamn. So look, Stevie J actually commented on this video, and he was saying, post the whole video. Don't make it seem like niggas sitting around joking on you and you didn't produce 9 songs on the project. Adding a piano on a song doesn't make you the producer. Adding bass on a song definitely doesn't make you a producer. Tell the whole story on how you came in as an engineer. Don't get selective amnesia, and don't try to make the homie look like he's stealing from you, because clearly I know that ain't the case. Lil Rod responded, yo, how dare you? And you know she got real when the nigga say, how dare you? It's business, right? My number ain't changed. Speaking of that, your name is next to mine as a producer on Deliver Me, and no one else touched that track but me and Jay Dilla. I've never been known as an engineer in this game as long as I've worked. In fact, Act Mixed by Source is the actual engineer that worked on the album and hasn't been credited as one. I'm confused because if I'm an engineer, why am I credited as a producer? And this video clearly speaks to them plotting on my pub. That's true. But what I'm most certain is you're possibly working with them against me. I don't give no S about no danger zone. Them threats ain't never worked. #love. So they go back and forth in the comments. Now, in the lawsuit, the guy says, or Lil Rod says that Diddy showed him a video of Stevie J with another man, trying to use that to convince him that, hey, this is normal. We all do this. You know what I'm saying? Look at Stevie J laying some pipe with a dude. You know what I'm saying? So he actually included what was supposed to be a screenshot of that video in the lawsuit. So Mr. Combs... So this is in the actual court documents. Mr. Combs used access to Stevie J and his knowledge of Mrs. Jones' admiration of Stevie J to groom and entice Mr. Jones to engage in homosexuality. Mr. Combs went as far as to share a video of Stevie J penetrating a Caucasian male. I'm not saying all of that. This gave Mr. Jones that would give me anxiety. He said they gave me anxiety. Hell yeah.
It would give me anxiety.
I'm over here trying to make some beats and y'all trying to beat on me. Wait a minute. How did we get here?
No, for real.
We was in here just mixing songs and shit. Why y'all?
Yeah.
Where this come from?
Things went left fast.
How he get to how we even have a conversation and end up on this topic?
End up on that for real.
So Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in intercourse with this rapper, Redacted, R&B singer Redacted, and Stevie J. Woo! Now, this sounds very official, right? In the picture, I guess could be Stevie J. I don't know. But they went on to say, or a porn star actually on Twitter came out saying that was actually a screenshot from a video that he was in. So a guy came along who I guess is the actual guy in the video, and he was like, no, that's not Stevie J, that's me. So that kind of puts a damper on what he's saying. It makes it, that's a reach. And you got a screenshot. It better be him in that video.
Right.
You know, we never heard this about Stevie J.
It's a screenshot. Right. You got to keep that in mind.
So, he also showed the proof in the lawsuit of the Cuba Gooding Jr. because, like, he's saying that I was, this happened, right? So he got a picture of Cuba Gooding, and him in the studio, also in the lawsuit. Now, this is the thing. They're a little close.
Very close.
Cooper look like he got his shirt open.
Real close.
I'm just saying. I ain't saying. Is his hand on his thigh? Oh, I didn't even see that. His hand is always.
He sure is in the thigh too, baby. He's right there.
Is that man? That can't be that. It got to be a table. They got to be the chair. He got to be holding on to the chair.
It looks like his thigh. Maybe, might be.
I gotta zoom in.
You gotta zoom in a little bit, baby.
Let me see in hands.
It does look like.
Is that? Nah, he on the chair.
Oh, it is. Oh, they're on the chair right there.
Yeah,
Okay. It did look like the inner.
But no, but either way, Cooper don't know this guy. I mean, maybe he's just a nice guy.
And this
maybe he likes to talk to you close, whisper in your ear. You know what I'm saying? Put his hand, his fingers touching that man's thigh a little bit because he got him between the seat. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he got to get up close to hear the music. And this is the funny part. They both got on headphones.
They really do.
You know what I'm saying? And
They do seem real close.
And the laptop ain't even on his lap. So what he looking at? He looking at this nigga's spirit.
He just looks very uncomfortable. I can't lie.
In my mind, I thought that he had like a laptop in his lap. It just clicked to me that the laptop on the table. So what is he looking at? He looking at him. He looking at you.
Yeah, he's right up in his face. He's not looking at him in his face.
He's looking at him good, Like you can smell another man's breath. The
producer, exactly. He looks like he's just like there,
But this don't mean that Cuba did anything. It just means that they shared a special moment in life.
They shared a space together.
You know what I'm saying? Very close together. So, that happened. And this is his reported evidence of, Diddy with some underage girls. So, of course, Diddy is denying everything. The story about, I guess, his son being involved in bringing the girls and stuff, his sons came out and said that wasn't true. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know who to believe. It doesn't look good. And then also, we can't forget about the fact that he had, and this is the thing, dude has receipts. Now, and the reason why is because not only was he the producer, but he was also the videographer.
Oh, okay.
So, so he worked for Diddy in that capacity as well, allegedly. So it would make sense that he got receipts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're the camera guy. But in this situation, he's saying that Young Miami's cousin allegedly tried to take advantage of him, and Diddy tried to force him into doing drugs, hard drugs, the powdery kind. And so claims that she tried to do it in front of like everyone. Like it was supposed to be like that type of situation. So, I mean, again, these are a lot of allegations. This is a lot of evidence, but it doesn't necessarily mean what he said happened. It just happens that he got B-roll for this shit. He got some, so I don't know. And this is the guy who said that it was him and not Stevie J.
Oh, they do look alike. I mean...
Unfortunately for Stevie J. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn. You just minding your business and now. But the dude is, so Lil Rod is suing for $30 million. With Diddy's other situations, how do you think this looks for him? You think he's going to fight against it because this is a weaker claim and you think that he can get away with it, or?
I feel like he would definitely try to stick it out because he has so much building up and coming that I feel like at some point he would feel like he's going to take a W somewhere. But hopefully, if these allegations are true, of course, everybody deserves their justice. But I feel like he's definitely going to fight it. If this is only what he has, he doesn't really have too much actual proof or evidence saying that this man put me in this position to do this, or he pressured me to do this. You're just, showing that you were there and, this occurred. You don't really have.
And the other thing is, like, when you first came out, you didn't talk about this. You just talked about the publishing, which that sounds like Diddy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I know that, I don't know, because it's hard. Because it's like, he doesn't seem like a liar. When you watch the video, it seems like a very straight
genuine.
Up. Yeah, exactly. So I don't see him lying about it.
It's just about what you can prove.
Yeah, exactly. But it does fit the MO that we've heard from the previous lawsuits. But also, like, you're a grown man. Like, so.
Right.
You, like, when you 30, man. And, I mean, I'm guessing if you're thinking that you're going to get paid.
Now that everything's coming out.
Yeah, like, now it's like, well, look, if you ain't going to pay me, and you would squeeze it on my, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You try
everybody getting the payout. Let me go ahead and chime in on it
baby,
too.
I could have dealt with it You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
You
that
know?
wasn't his first thing. That I feel like that should have been what you led with.
Right.
You know, the
right.
publishing is one thing, but will we even be having this conversation?
Exactly, without the publishing.
Yeah, if
right.
he would have gave you a fair deal, would have all of this been cool? You know what I'm saying? Was you cool with everybody trying to get you? You know what I'm saying? Up until that point, but it sounded like he was a hot commodity. They was trying to catch my boy. Men, women, the actors, superstars, billionaires. Hey, it's some Miami that would kill for that shit. Facts.
Sure, I won't lie, but it seems like, you know, it was, like you said, it was cool up until the point of the publishing. You know, now everything's really coming out. You know, once like a person don't like how everything's going for themselves, then it's like, okay, let me jump on the bandwagon of your downfall. You know?
Like I said, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of this was true. Like,
I wouldn't be surprised, and that'd be the mindset, you know?
So it's like, at this point, like, I wouldn't be surprised.
It would be easy, and that's why it's easy to just chime on and be another little flag, you know, because he already has one
whatever
of those.
Cassie say he did, I think he did. He played that bill quick. I don't think he gonna get this nigga $1. I think you gonna have to come get it.
And exactly. Like, he's gonna fight this one. Like, he's not gonna just keep going outside.
Not this one. He ain't taking this one.
You feel me?
Nah, your stuff a little iffy, and like,
it's what you can prove. Exactly. You put in a lot in it.
You put in Steve Post.
You gotta make sure you got the whole that.
But yeah, we'll keep you updated as we get more information. But right now, it look like Diddy got himself in some more trouble. At the very least, I'm pretty sure you try to take that man publishing, allegedly.